All right, so for years there's been a debate over video games. Are video games good? Are video games bad? They create extraordinary people that just think outside of the box on everything and just have God tier reaction speed, and they're just above average on across the spectrum. Or do they just create lazy bums that just are scared of the sunlight, never go outside, and are antisocial? All right, so both of those statements are complete extremes. Like on one side, playing video games just doesn't make you an extra human being off the rip. And on the other side, playing video games just doesn't make you like a bottom feeder that's scared of the light. That's just not no one, but most people don't believe those two extremes. But today I want to look at both sides of that argument, and I want to show you why I believe that video game is more good than it is bad. So first, let's look at why people feel like video games have a negative effect on people. All right, so firstly, they say things like playing video games too much can lead to a sedentary lifestyle, which is completely true. There's no argument for that. I completely agree with that. If you're playing a game like 8-10 hours a day, and you're not like a little kid who's like on spring break or summer break, winter break, things of that nature, or like playing video games is your occupation, like how you pay the bills, you shouldn't be playing video games like 10 hours a day. It's a bit crazy, because it can lead to you just like sitting down 10 hours a day, and that's not really good for you. I want to preface this by saying playing video games, you should play it in moderation, just like everything else in life. Like, you shouldn't just be playing the game 10 hours a day, every day. Like, just like you shouldn't be like they say, if you drink a glass of wine a day, it helps your cardiovascular system or whatever, right? But if you're drinking a bottle of wine every day, then, you know what I'm saying, now you get into some trouble. The other thing they might say is that video games can influence your behavior. So like violent video games can make you more violent, which just isn't true. It's been disproven multiple times. There's probably gonna be some article right here popped up. But yeah, and even when in the case that it does affect your behavior, it's in younger people, and those games just aren't made for younger people. So another thing critics might say is that video games are simply just a waste of time. Like, you could spend your time better, basically. Like, you could go mow the lawn or learn a trade or something like that instead of wasting your time playing video games. All right, so now that we've looked at a little bit of the bad side, let's look at why I think video games are good. All right, so the first reason why video games are good is because they increase brain function. So when you think of muscles, you don't really think of your brain. You think like biceps, quads, triceps. You might think of your back, things of that nature, but your brain is a muscle as well. And video games can be like a workout for your brain, basically. For example, like when you first wake up in the morning, you don't feel like doing anything. Like your body might be up, like you might be walking around, but mentally you're just not there. One thing you can do to like jumpstart your brain, jumpstart your days, like you might not fire up your PlayStation or your Xbox. You know what I'm saying? You can pick up your phone, you can play like Angry Birds or something, you know what I'm saying? Play solitaire, just something to stimulate your brain so you can wake up. And that can help you a whole lot. All right, another thing video games do is improve gray matter inside of your brain. If you don't know what gray matter is, it's okay. I didn't know what gray matter was until I started researching this. All right, so when you scan your brain, you'll see gray matter. Gray matter is associated with memories, muscle control, and perception, things of that nature. And video games help improve it. Another reason why video games are beneficial is because they can be stress relieving. All right, so next week is exam week. So imagine you just took 2 exams in one day. You get home, kind of stressed out. You don't really know how well you did on the exam. And, some people might go on a jog to relieve that stress. Some people might go to the gym to relieve that stress, might go watch their favorite show. But another thing that a lot of people do is go get on the game. Just to have fun, something to relieve that stress, get your mind off of what you just went through. I know for a lot of people, including myself, that there's a lot of fond memories that are related to video games, and video games can be seen as a quote-unquote safe place. And this leads to my next point. Video games are actually being used in therapy. Some studies do show that video games do have some therapeutic values, and is being researched and currently implemented into being used into actual therapy sessions. There's probably going to be some article here. I should read all about it. So my final point is that video games foster creativity. For this next point, it'll be a lot easier to just show you rather than to tell you. So now, roll it. All right, so on your screen now is a clip from a YouTuber whose name I do not know how to say. It's on the screen now if you want to look at him. But basically, the game he's playing is Minecraft. And Minecraft, in the most rudimentary description, is a game where you can place blocks. And he takes the concept of just placing blocks and turns it into basically a piece of art. So for now, I'm gonna just shut up and let you enjoy this beautiful piece of art. So these next few clips are from Fortnite, and just the thinking that you have to pull off some of these plays, it does take some out of the box thinking. I'm not saying everybody who plays Fortnite is just a high level thinker, but what I am saying is that playing video games can give you the ability to problem solve and think outside of the box.
Keeps breaking it.
No way.
Hold on. If you need extra ammo, I have like 8. I can look you up. Nice! Let's go!
Oh my god.
Hit it.
Oh! Let's go! Let's go! Kyle! Let's go!
Like right in front of you.
This way.
Oh, he's not going inside. Wait.
Don't
I
shoot
shot
at
the
him,
walls just in case you're going inside.
Yo,
In case you're going inside.
yo, yo.
Yes! Let's go!
So in conclusion, there are some downsides to video games, but that's with anything if you do it too much. But the upside of video games outweighs whatever negative effects it may have if you play it too much. I'm not saying you have to start gaming, like, yeah, you don't have to go throw some money into a gaming PC, which those cost a bunch of money, or buy a PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo Wii or whatever. But, you know, playing Candy Crush on your phone or things like that can have some benefit to you, and I think that you should start playing video games.